Investigators say they've finally figured out how the infamous Palisades fire started, which destroyed nearly 7,000 homes and structures and killed 12 people.
The feds say their evidence is damning, involving ChatGPT searches, cell phone geolocation, and video surveillance. But there's an important legal twist here.
So the feds say that this guy, an Uber driver, started it late one night after dropping off one of his passengers in the Palisades. Witness statements from the 2 passengers he had before allegedly starting the fire say he was acting weird and agitated.
Geolocation data from his cell phone showed that he parked by Skull Rock Trailhead and then walked up the trail. And video surveillance showed that he was the only one in the area at the time.
While he was on the trail, fire sensing platforms, which yes are a real thing in Southern California, sensed that a fire started right next to him. The man's phone data showed that he actually tried to call 911 several times to report the fire. And during later questioning by police, the man claimed that he was near the bottom of the trail when he saw the fire and tried to call 911. But the geolocation of his phone showed that that was a lie. He was actually within 30 feet of where the fire started.
And then there's his ChatGPT entries. At the very same time he was on the phone with 911, he was simultaneously using chat to ask, "Are you at fault if a fire is lit because of your cigarettes?" While this is incriminating, investigators say this was actually an intelligent ruse, that he wanted to create a record of a more innocent explanation for the fire. Because an analysis of how the fire started showed that it spread way too fast to be caused by just a cigarette, and was more consistent with someone purposely lighting kindling or vegetation on fire. Like with this barbecue-style lighter that the man had in his car and admitted to taking with him on the trail.
His ChatGPT records show that he might have had an obsession with forest fires because a few months earlier he had asked Chat to generate several images of forest fires and crowds of people fleeing from them.
So all of this looks quite bad for the man, but here's the twist. One that his defense attorneys are absolutely going to hammer at trial. Everything we just discussed about this fire starting, well, that wasn't about the Palisades fire. At least not exactly. All of this evidence here points to the man starting the Lackman fire.
But fire specialists say that the Palisades fire is what's called a holdover fire from the Lackman fire. Basically, although the Lackman fire appeared to have been extinguished by firefighters, it actually unknowingly smoldered in underground root systems for several days before Santa Ana winds hit and reignited, turning it into the devastating Palisades fire.
The key here will be convincing a jury that the man's alleged starting of the Lackman fire was the direct cause of the Palisades fire. If convicted, he'll face 20 years in prison.